Hi, I'm Spencer Broussard, and thanks for tuning into video 2 of this 3-part fertility training series on how you can make your dream of having your baby come to life. I want to start off by stating a quote from A Course in Miracles that states that your power to change your world is held in the power to change your mind about the world. So what this is staying consistent with is that the power that we have in our minds, that is what creates our world. It's what aligns our bodies that will create this beautiful baby. So what is forgiveness? Forgiveness is your ability to let go of the past and to choose to live from and in the present moment. So often you're living in the past and the future, but really all you ever really are is in the present moment. So it's making the conscious decision to align and to live from the space of the now. So one reason why we resist forgiveness and letting go of the past is because we're afraid to put ourselves out there. Again, we're afraid of living in that vulnerable space, and we actually think we feel safe. But the truth is, closing our hearts off is really what cuts off our life force. It's where love lives, right? It's where love is born from our hearts. So did you know that the first organ that was created, or that you created, or that you're going to create for your baby is the heart? So it's the very first organ that's created. So it's almost as if it's this guidance system and the intelligence that creates the rest of the body. So it's something that you're definitely going to have to open and kind of let it be out there if you're wanting to create life yourself. Another reason why we hold on to old feelings is because it helps us to justify the past decisions that we've made. So for example, let's say you made the choice to cut your cousin Sally out of your life because she totally stole your Secret Santa gift last Christmas. But deep down, you secretly miss her and wish she was a part of your life again. But to protect yourself from the ultimate betrayal you felt when she snatched that favorite Voluspa candle out of your hands, you decide to replay the story over and over again of what she did in order to not put yourself out there, right? To shield up your heart. And I know that's kind of a trivial example, but then the thought becomes, right? Do you need to forgive these people, or do you need to forgive yourself for shielding up your heart? So that's why forgiveness is such a courageous and compassionate act, not only on the other person, but yourself. It's absolutely one of the bravest things that you can do. And the truth is that whatever anyone's done to you, they didn't and maybe still don't know any better, right? They're most likely operating from a low-level subconscious and are making decisions based on fear and what they've learned from society and from their parents. And they're really not coming from a space of love. And after you do this exercise, you'll notice that either these people will just miraculously change, or you just won't care anymore. You just won't be triggered by it any longer. So the same goes for forgiveness of yourself. Whatever you did in the past, you simply did not know any better. You may too have been operating at an unconscious, subconscious level, and you were just doing the best with what you had and what you could. And that's absolutely something to be very, very proud of, especially since now you're making the choice to get conscious and you're using the gift of your fertility journey to step into that new level of awareness, right? That new level of mind awareness. So I ask you to do this exercise with an open heart, right? Be raw, be real, and watch yourself become lighter and let the love in as you let go of the past and really kind of just let go of the burden that it has on you. So without further ado, let's get started on the exercise. All right, so what this is a release letter. So don't worry, you're not going to have to go up to anyone and say you're sorry or forgive anyone. It's not like that at all. What this is at the end of the exercise, you're actually going to burn these sheets of paper, and it's a way of kind of setting the intention that you're ready to let go and allow this energy to transmute and to change and to recycle. And it's a very, very, very powerful way to take the actual act of forgiveness to a tangible level, right? Instead of just saying it or stating it or praying it, it's making it tangible, which I think is really effective. So the first page is forgiveness of others. So who do I need to forgive and for what? So write down everyone you need to forgive for what they did. That could be God, the universe, your parents or a family member, a friend, someone from long ago might come to your mind that you didn't know you needed to forgive. I know also too, lots of people might need to forgive their spirit babies because they feel them, but they haven't come in yet. So they close their hearts off to them. That's totally it. So it's not like you need to, there's no right or wrong person that you need to forgive. It's just what feels right in your heart right now on who you need to forgive and for what. Who needs to know? That's a really kind of interesting question, isn't it? So who do you want to know that you're forgiving? Because like I said, you're not actually going up to these people and doing it. So who do you think needs to know? Is this person need to know? Write it down. And maybe what they'll do is they'll feel a little bit of a release after you do this exercise. You know, energetically, they might feel that. God, you know, the universe, my higher self, my spirit needs to know that I'm ready to move forward. My spirit baby needs to know that I'm ready to put the past in the past and to live in this moment. Then the next is, what did I learn through this experience? So it's actually taking it a much of a step further and saying, how did I grow from this experience? Creating space for reflection and actually taking a look and saying, how can I grow? How can I learn from this experience is where true growth comes from. It's what you've come here to do on earth. It is such a huge amount of mind awareness and consciousness. And it's also really a level of trust and surrender, you know, getting to know yourself that, you know what, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes and so do other people. So what can I learn from this experience? So it's like not being afraid of anything that's going to happen to you in the past, because you know that there's always little gifts and nuggets of learning inside of it. And then on the bottom, it's kind of stating this intention, that universe, please send these people love and guidance, for they know not what they do. I know this might sound a little much to people who aren't into religion, but Jesus said that on the cross, right? Forgive them, for they know not what they do. They didn't know any better. And I know that can be hard, depending on what it is and who it is that you're forgiving and for what they did. And you don't necessarily need to fully feel it. It's something that will be felt once you burn it and kind of allow the energy to transmute and to transcend. Now, on the second page, it's forgiveness of myself. So what do I need to forgive myself for? You don't need to necessarily go off answers really, really quick, right? You might need to sit in meditation and say, what is it that I really need to forgive myself for? There may be things on the surface like not taking care of my body properly, right? Not exercising for 5 days out of the week and, you know, going out binge drinking that Saturday night. Whatever it is, there's that surface, absolutely, that you need to forgive yourself for and that guilt that you feel for doing that. But underneath that, you know, there's also on a much more deeper level, it's just forgiving yourself for being hard on yourself. Forgiving yourself for feeling the guilt for not being perfect. And that is some powerful work. So what did I learn from this experience? What did I learn from this experience that took me down that path that didn't necessarily feel the greatest, right? What did I learn from this experience that's helping me to grow in and will help me to become an absolutely incredible mom for my baby? And will allow me to show up and be a happy mom, right? That will allow me to really, truly embrace and experience motherhood and to give my children the consciousness and the presence that they so deserve. How can I make a different choice moving forward? So knowing what you did that you need to forgive yourself for and what you learned through this experience, now moving forward, how can you choose to live differently? How can you make a different choice moving forward? So maybe instead of choosing to work out or having a goal to work out 5 days a week, maybe you move it down to 3 days a week. Or maybe instead of going out binge drinking last Saturday, you decide to have spritzer water instead, or to just stay in and have a romantic movie night with your husband. So it's saying, okay, I accept what is, and I accept what happened in the past, but I am choosing to move forward from a new level. And at the end, it's I now free myself from the past. I forgive myself, and I forgive, and write down whoever else you need to forgive in there. I am ready to live in the present moment, and I am excited for the future. Thank you, universe, for allowing me to see my truth. I open my heart to receive. I now choose love. Write your name, write the date. And then what you're going to do is you're actually going to get a garbage can, or sometimes you use a vase, or if you're lucky enough to have a fire pit, and you're going to actually burn these sheets of paper. So they're just a caution to be safe. Please be safe when you're doing this. It's actually a really powerful exercise when you give yourself the experience of it, the full experience of it. And I just want to let you know that everything that you are choosing to create, including your baby, is ready for you. It's ready to come down and be with you and wants to experience life with you. And all you need to do is open your heart. It's like a door, like honestly, like I just did. Open your heart up. It's like allowing yourself to download it. It's like there's the universe has all these files. One's your baby, right? One's a lot of money. One's the perfect ideal career for you. One's in a beautiful marriage. One's a dream vacation. And it's all there, and it's all saying, hey, let's do this, let's go. But it's saying yes, but it needs to match with your yes. Right? You need to open yourself up. You need to be vulnerable. Open your heart to receive. And to do that, to get that accessibility to those downloads from the universe, opening your heart is an absolute must. So I really want you to enjoy this exercise, embrace it, experience it to its fullness. I know it's pretty powerful work. I've done many of them in the past, and it's actually absolutely life-changing. So I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you on Thursday for video 3. Bye.